Hey there, gourmet campers. It's time to look at another genuine US Military MRE. This time it's Menu 10, Chili and Macaroni. It's got a date code of the 146th day of 2015, so it's quite fresh. So let's not keep it waiting any longer. After struggling for a while, I finally do get it cracked open, but it does take some effort. Inside is the double-wrapped packaging that's typical to America, so let's open that up and find out what's inside. Alright, first up is the hot and cold beverage bag, followed by our flameless ration heater. Here's a quick look at the instructions. And our first beverage, it's Tropical Punch. And a little packet of ground red pepper. Next we have our cheese, basically Cheese Whiz, and our handy spoon. And of course, MRE crackers. And we've got a beef snack. Hickory flavored. As well as a full pack of Skittles. That's pretty cool. Apparently there was a contest for a summer party. And a lemon poppy seed cake. Pound cake, I should say. Our accessory pack. And finally our entree, which is chili and macaroni. And just a quick look at the accessory pack. We have our pack of matches. Very nice. 2 chiclet scum. Army issue TP. Moist towelette. Sugar. Salt. Coffee whitener. Sorry, instant coffee. There's the coffee whitener. Alright, time to handle the beverages. The plan here is I'm going to use the beverage bag to measure out the 12 ounces of water that I need for the electrolyte beverage. So here I go. And then after I mix the electrolyte beverage, then I'm going to use it to make the coffee. The powder itself has like a neon orange look to it, which is, quite appetizing. And once you mix it with the water, it turns into like this blood red, deep color. So now the plan here is that I'm going to mix the coffee in the beverage bag, and I'm going to put it in the MRE heater along with the entree, and try to heat up both at the same time. It works okay for the entree, but as you'll see later, it doesn't work so great for the beverage. So we're just going to seal up our bag here and give it a good shake. And make sure that we get all the stuff out of the corners, otherwise it's going to be a weak cup of coffee. Now it's time to spend a good couple of minutes struggling to get our MRE into our flameless ration heater. The FRHs that come with genuine US Military MREs are quite a tight fit, especially with this one with the very large pouch that the chili and macaroni comes in. And it doesn't help that I'm adding the coffee in with it. Now, of course, I could just edit this out and fast forward to my amazing success, but I thought it'd be more entertaining to watch me struggle. And I'll call that a success. Now it's time to add some water to our FRH and let her rip. And rip it does. As in, rest in peace. Now I do get some bubbling out of this, some heat, and I do get kind of a second wave later on, but for the most part it was kind of underwhelming. And I've got my rock or something. So it's time to move on to the plating. So I'll just give our drink one last stir. And we'll get to plating our items. First off, we'll start with our beef snack. Which comes double wrapped. Bowls. So we'll just get that out of its second wrapper and onto the tray. Next we'll move on to our lemon poppy seed pound cake. First impression of this is it's got a pretty lemony smell, and it's quite moist. It was broken into 2 pieces. Oxygen absorber. And there's our gum. Next we'll open up our cracker. Got that nice vacuum hiss. And it came out relatively intact, just a couple of little chips off the corners. Time to bust out the cheese spread. Give it a bit of a knead, just to make sure it's nicely mixed together. Tear off the corner. Using the teeth. There we go. And we'll just squirt a bunch of it out. And accidentally make a pretzel. I mean, I did that on purpose. Purposefully made a pretzel out of the cheese. And now our Skittles. I'll just put a few out. I mean, you've all seen Skittles before. You know what they look like. And time to take a look at our entree. Now you'll notice that I've got the bag of coffee on the outside of the MRE. This is because I figured it would get better heat if I put it on the opposite side of the heater instead of inside the pouch. It's kind of lukewarm, but you know, better lukewarm than cold. So we'll just pour it into our mug. And I start pulling out the entree. The pad's kinda hot, but and the entree is warm-ish. Now I noticed that after I took out the entree, I got kind of like a second wind on the heating pads. So I threw the entree back into the bag and set it aside for a couple more minutes. Now a couple minutes later, pull it back out of the bag, and it's marginally warmer, better than nothing. So I'll just knead it around, distribute the heat as evenly as possible, and plop her out onto the tray. After I retrieve my spoon, of course. And we'll start off with the beef snack on the tasting here. Now, it tastes beefy enough, but it's got a really odd texture. It tastes like that somebody took a bunch of beef jerky and ground it up and formed it into a log. Now we'll move on to the cracker. We'll start off with just a piece of the cracker by itself. And I mean, it pretty much tastes like you would expect a cracker to taste like without any salt on it. Premium plus unsalted if you want a comparison. And the cheese, our beautiful little pretzel. Now this just tastes like those, you know, those little snack packs you would get as a kid with the cracker and the cheese and the little red stick? That's what that tastes like. Pretty tasty. Now we'll move on to the entree. Maybe a little look of it there. First impression of the entree is that it's kind of bland. It tastes beefy enough, and the pasta is in good shape, but it just needs a little help. So we're going to add a little salt and a little too much cayenne pepper, and we'll give it another taste. And of course, to put it just right over the top, we're going to add some cheese, because chili needs cheese, really. Now that we've made our addition, it tastes pretty good, actually. A little bit overly spicy, but pretty darn good. Now, after all that cayenne, I really need to cool my mouth down, so I'm going to try out this fruit punch. Tastes good. It's sweet, it's fruity, everything you want in a nice fruit punch. Now the coffee. Of course, besides it being lukewarm, it's, yeah, not bad. I mean, it tastes like freeze-dried coffee. But, as far as freeze-dried coffee goes, it's pretty good. Now for the lemon poppy seed pound cake, it's not good. I mean, it tastes lemony, but it's got this weird, funky, chemically taste to it. And I'm just really not sure if that's supposed to be there or if it's gone south on me. But I won't be eating any more of it. The only thing left is the Skittles. And they are, well, Skittles. Enough said. Well, if you've made it this far, I'd just like to give you a big hearty thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button and share this video with your friends. Again, thank you for watching, and remember, keep cooking with fire.
Bye.